Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm Andy RC and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Eachine EV900 FPV goggles. Now, I don't want to waste too much of your time with these because I don't think they're going to suit most people in their current form. And that is because they don't fit the face properly. The nose cutout isn't big enough for anyone with a nose. There is this slight lip here which pushes the face backwards a little bit, but it needs to be much further back to be useful. And I think if they did do that and left the viewing window where it is, then a lot of the screen inside wouldn't be in view, because this window here requires your eyes to be pressed up right against it to see all of the picture inside, and if you move slightly away from it then the window is too narrow to see all of the screen. So I think some kind of redesign is in order. Now, there are some great features with this goggle. You can see that they are very compact, weighing in at just 380 grams. They are quite a weird shape though, and this is because the 1080p monitor that they have used is actually up the top, and there is this 45-degree mirror that projects the image into your eyes, and this gives a massive 80-degree field of view. Now, when I put the goggles on my face, in order for my nose not to be crushed, I have to lift the goggles up almost onto my forehead for them to be comfortable, which means you can only see half of the screen, so I can't even fly with these. And despite the mirror system to make them compact, I'm still finding that it's quite a strain on the eyes to focus on the image. One thing I do like is that they have used proper lenses rather than a Fresnel lens to enhance the image, and I can tell that the monitor they have used is super high quality with no pixels visible at all. It's also got true diversity with SMA antennas, and there's an LED indicator on top to show which VRX is in use, and it supports up to 40 channels including raceband with a built-in auto scan feature, and it's also got the ability to single out the individual antennas if you don't want to use the diversity system. And they're also saying that they've introduced some kind of 3D blending process which should make the picture look better. Now, I should mention, this does not affect the video reception or the breakup, but they say it should improve the picture quality in general, and you can actually turn the processing off in the menu or have varying degrees of it in the settings. Anyways, moving on, and it's got a HDMI input on the side, and it comes with a HDMI lead as well, so that's quite nice. And next to that there's an AV input, and that also doubles up as a headphone output as well, and you're given a phono to composite cable for that. Then on the other side there is a charging port, so they've got a built-in 2400 milliamp high volt battery which they say gives 2 hours of on time, and you're given a USB cable for charging as well as a USB wall adapter, and you're also given a JST cable if you want to use a LiPo, and it will take up to 18 volts, so it's got quite a wide voltage range there. Then on the top there's actually a fan, but I think the fan is for cooling down the monitor rather than defogging the lenses, and there is a micro SD card sized slot on the top, but there's no DVR with these goggles, so perhaps that is an idea for a future release. The buttons are really simple, which I like. You've got your source select, or it's a long press for the menu where you can change the brightness and the contrast and the 3D settings, etc. And then there's an auto scan button and the power button, which has to be pressed for 3 seconds, and then your band and channel selection, and that can be seen on the screen as well as the internal battery voltage. So you get a nice manual and a really nice carry case and a nose pad which does nothing, and lastly there is a cloth to wipe away the tears. And that's pretty much all I want to say about these goggles really. I was going to try and fly with them, but they are just too uncomfortable and I can't find a position where I can see enough of the screen in order to fly, so sadly the review isn't going to get that far. These, of course, are a pre-release version, and I'm hoping that they do something about the fitment, but until they do, I won't be recommending them in this form. And for now, my favourite box goggles are the Eachine EV900Ds. I reviewed them in the past, and they have great features, great fitment, and they've got a built-in DVR as well. Now, I do want to thank Banggood for sending me this version, and I hope they take note of these issues and improve them, because there are some really good ideas here. But I think to get anyone's interest, they need to be at least wearable, and ideally have a built-in DVR, which would make them a winner. So I'll leave it there, and as always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.